Alrighty, I think I have everything set up the way I need it to be set up. I'm gonna open that up. I hope it's not too loud. I know it can catch sound pretty well. I did turn it down on my sound mixer, but hopefully this is a good volume. It's been a while since I've played, so we will see how things go. I know I need to get used to the controller again. I always mess it up and then I do something else again. So here's my character. Her name is Dewo Dewo. I think she's rather cute. God, I gotta remember how to do things. Alright, zoom in and out is fine. The camera's gonna mess with me for a while. I always try to do inverted or uninverted, and then every other game that I switch to, I just mess myself up in, so it's going to take me a little while to get used to this game. I'm going to run around and just do some basic stuff, figure out where I left off, go from there. I'm playing with a controller too, so I know I'm going to mess up quite a few things here until I get used to it again. I think I've got everything set the way. Oh, I would have had it. Okay, alright, so there's my email. Oh, nice, okay. My chocobo. I'm not sure if it's actually catching any sound because this area is not really noisy. I'll get back over here for a quick second. I love seeing other people's mounts. Well, that's a cool one. I don't think I've seen that one. I'm going to adjust my sound. It sounds like it's very quiet. Okay, hope that's better. Seems like it's better. Oh boy. Alright, I need to actually recall where I am. Doesn't look like anybody in the free company's on, at least nobody's replied yet. Oh, this camera's gotta be fucked up. It's gonna take a while to get used to this. And then it'll be like riding a bike. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's a nice colored chocobo. A nice purplish pink chocobo. Rambros. In return, I take from your presence that you were successful in procuring us some aether sand. Aether sand? Tell me, which variety did you find? Oh. I see 2 varieties. Well, that is more than one could reasonably be expected, and 2 less than I had hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy, you've done well truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Master Garland, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this. One does not encounter materials like these every day. Speaking of which, how in the 7 hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are, but aether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. You had help from Biggs and Wedge? Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnably inventive, eh? And now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. I jest, of course. It would be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the 2 remaining varieties of aether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information on where the water and wind-aspected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. We shall soon see if my efforts have borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. If there's a complication, I'd rather we discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. Sigh. Mayhap an explanation is in order, but first, let us savor the preliminary victory that Dedero has won for our cause, if only for a moment. Hell yeah. Stuff. Oh, I have to pick something. Okay. We'll go with these. I do not need these. Hurry. Okay. Yes, this is right. Yes, I must speak of the arrangements I made to acquire the 2 remaining varieties of aether sand. Some days ago I asked a Charlatan acquaintance of mine to travel to Gridania and there gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I have heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen the man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I have mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is the Crystal Tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud and seek out... Oh my god, how do you say that? Parsmontriat? The master of the markets in Gridania. If anyone knows where aether sand may be bought, it is he. Alright, I'm going to Gridania. I know there's... There we go. I think I see something I need to fix on Strawberries right quick. I see if I can get that fixed. I don't know why it didn't move. My labels. The wording moved, but the boxes didn't. It was very strange. Huh. They are not showing up for me. The words themselves are, but not the rest of it. I think I'll just turn those off for right now until I can figure that out later. No need worrying about it. Alright. Oh my god, I was busy over that. It's been so long I gotta remember where to go. I think it's another location. Could be wrong. Nope, that seems right. Oh, I didn't need to auto-run. Yes, I'm sorry? Did you say you wish to purchase ether sand? Forgive me, madam. Have you the faintest idea of the rarity of the material you seek? Why, I have not seen such a grain of ether sand in these markets for many a long year. I can tell you where one might mine the ore from which the water-aspected variety of the abrasive is derived, but only a desperate fool would willingly set foot in the place. You seem undeterred. Very well. Are you familiar with Earth's Gift? That is where the ore is to be found, in an area uninhabited by a particularly pernicious hog. Should you encounter the betusked nightmare, you will know that you are in the right place, albeit at the wrong time. Farewell. Cool, alright. Off to Cornwall. Okay. I really should do some Palace of the Dead. It's been a while. It wouldn't be a bad way to relearn stuff. Oh wait, hold on. I don't want to just ride them, I want to summon them. There we go. My chocobo's name is Ubu. Alright, how do I... I want my bird! Okay, there we go. I really want to change the color of him, but I haven't done yet. Oh, that hog did not like me. Alright. Beat his ass. Oh, I got that. Alright, cool. You are too late, adventurer, and not only for the entertainment. You will find no trace of the ore which but recently lay here. Nay, not so much as a speck. Ah, no, you will never spy me from there. For the time being, at least, you will have to trust the evidence of your ears. Now stop squinting at the foliage and listen. As I told you, the water-blessed mineral you hoped to find is gone, taken by me. Victory has made me... Oh my god, big words. I can't... Magnamate? I'm not even going to try it. Accordingly, I have decided to share the location of an alternative source of ether sand with you. The wind-touched variety, to be specific. I trust to have your attention? Good. A band of pixel in the North Shroud keeps a quantity of the abrasive for the purpose of removing impurities from lesser crystals. Well, do you mean to dally here all day? Make haste, adventurer, before I snatch another prize from under your nose. This is to be a race. The Ixal logging grounds in the North Shroud shall be our destination, and that is where the real amusement will begin. May the best man win. Gotta remember where to go on these maps. I miss being able to fly. Oh! I guess I can fly. Cool, we're just gonna fly over there, because screw running. Heck yeah, just skip everything. Alright, now I gotta remember to get down there. Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of ether sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations. The wind-touched abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling that the greater prize is mine. The inequity must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Dullahans. Whoopsie. Right. Oh, that's them. Okay. I was like, God, I just killed those guys. Why me? There it is. Okay. You will not catch me in your AoE. I like their cat mount. Not what you were expecting. I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men. and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. I'll see if the teleport over there. And fly. You never used to be able to fly in those earlier maps. I remember when you could only fly in the later maps. God, running everywhere was so annoying. What news of your mission? Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? You've brought both. I shall have Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. I don't think I'm going for that money. There, that should do the trick. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Dedebo here is the one you should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up to the Allegan's front door. You can't go without us, Chief. There we are. Biggs and Wedge. Biggs, Wedge, come lend a hand, have you? Come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Allegan Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garlemald look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do, but we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged unto the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's, freedom through technology? Exactly. Freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to promote tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Allegan Empire could not save their civilization, and it damned near doomed ours twice. That is why we must explore the Crystal Tower and, if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding will such as yours that have defined the course of history. God, I can't talk today, or read. So you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress of preservation? Why, the task you assigned to me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the ether sand. I tasked a passing adventure with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Greetings, adventurer. Did I not say we would meet again? I believe an introduction is in order. I'm not sure how to say that first part. I'm Grahatia, one of the students of Valdacian. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. Tia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive him his eccentricities and welcome as one of our own. So then, our fellowship is complete, and all stand ready to step into the unknown. 3 cheers for Noah. Noah. That is the name I have chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of Saint Connach, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation if our adventure is to leave its mark on the annals of history. I could claim that Noah stands for Nominated Observers of Artifacts Historical, and so it does, technically. But my true reason for choosing this name stems from the fact that it is shared by a vaunted Allegan Archmagus. An Archmagus, I like the sound of that. Very well. Now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it is time we set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Ready. I think this is a side thing. I don't think I have to do this for the story. I'm gonna grab it though. Esteemed colleagues, the secrets of ancient Alad beckon. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers in the Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defenses. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of Allegan history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I admit the role does not exactly benefit my status as an observer. Still, we can but make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large, lopsided gate found to the southeast. Alright, I guess I'm having a bit more to do to open it up. That's fine. At least then I'll be able to do it. I think it's one of those things that I should do just to have a little bit better understanding. Oh, I'm still not quite used to the camera. The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you are the only one of our number who has ever crossed this threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. Say, the energy radiating from the statues is palpable. Lucky for us that it is. One might otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentients prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner regions. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk his life testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things. My job to see that they work. Yeah. Success. I am for one convinced. Friends, ready your fangs. Here we go, one at a time. I don't think I actually ever did this in my first playthroughs. One more. Last one is yours, old friend. It seemed only right. Glad my little lollipop didn't get fried like a chicken nugget. Haha, we did it! So much for the outer defenses. Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Dedewell and a hand-picked party of her adventuring companions enters the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigations must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the place is this well defended, can you imagine what awaits for us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and move to tell the tale. Dedewell here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it is not as if we shall be idle in her absence. While Dedewell and her companions are risking life and limb to beat us a path to the tower, we can set about analyzing this rubble for evidence of how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, historian Grahatita. Ah, do you ever tire of being right, old man? Dedewell, as it seems I won't be accompanying you. Allow me at least to provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During the initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell, and we shall join you post-haste, no matter what Master Graham says. Though we would prefer it if any relics you encounter remained intact, you have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Dedewell. I believe this is in different, like you have to do it in different parts. I don't even know how many levels there are to the tower. Labyrinth of the Ancients now accessible. Awesome. That's what I wanted. I'm going to step away right quick to go use the bathroom, and then I will be back and going to figure out where I am in the main story and get back to the main story. I have returned. Oh, this is one of those 24 adventurer party ones. Okay. Well, it looks like there's people queuing up for it. I don't want to do this right now, though. Where am I? Some of my free company members are here. I'm not very active, but gotta figure out where I am and where I'm going. Let's see here. Looks like I need to go back to the Rising Stones. No, I can't fly here. Rude. I think it's close enough to Aggie. I don't know why it didn't. That was A-okay. I do know. There we go. Okay. That should put me in the right direction. Gotta go to the Rising Stones. Pretty sure I got effective until, yeah. Or not. In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. Oh, damn. Okay. Good thing I unlocked it. Okay, so I'm ready up for that then. Of course I need to go back. Yep. Hell yeah. You're gonna help me with this raid. Oh, I'm in the wrong direction. Just waiting to see if anybody else in my free company wants to come with me. I've never done any of this, so I don't know what the mechanics are going to be. All I can do is do my best to stay alive and heal other people. Man, this might take a little bit to load because gotta wait for the rest of those party members. It's 3 of us split. 24 of us split into 3? This will definitely be interesting. Hope it doesn't take too long to load. Sometimes when you queue up for stuff, it can take a while. It's an easier time if you're a healer or a tank, but even with these things, it can be difficult. We've got 9 out of 15 DPS, 1 healer, which I'm guessing is me, and no tanks. I guess I just gotta have to sit here and wait for a little bit. Oh, never mind. Oh man, 1 DPS, come on, come on, come on. Hit the button. Don't make us wait like this. There we go. Neo. Labyrinth of the Ancient. This is actually cool seeing this for the first time. Oh god, the alliances are right in the middle of my screen. I need to move that. I don't know if I can just click and move it. Nope. That's a HUD thing, I'll have to fix that later. Oh god, it's been such a while since I've healed. Oh, one of the other alliances lost their... Oh no. Lost their DPS. I'm trying to remember how to heal and everything. Oh shit. Fuck, I died. I wonder why my other healer hasn't read me yet. There we go. Nice. That's not something I can use. Oh, use Pelican before I could use Sprint. Okay, cool. There's a funky mechanic. If there's not 4 people on the pad in the middle there, the other bosses can't, the other players can't hit their boss. It's color coordinated. Fucking neat. Oh, of course we finish. Shanto? Alright, we're supposed to fight the ads. I'm not DPS though. What was that? Astral alignment? Fucking neat. Oof. Addiction, okay, there it is. Gotta have my insta-heal. Oop. meant to use benediction on myself. Gotta hide behind the boulders? Okay. I'm sure that'll make sense when it makes sense. Holy shit. Shit, I used my raise already. Or I used my insta. Oh god, I don't know if I finished casting raise. It doesn't look like I did. Nice, they finished it. Cool. Oh, Jesus, okay. The controller's vibrating with every step. Oh god. I got grabbed. Oh, Jesus Christ. I love if there's somebody that's actually like saying the mechanics right now. Oh. There we go. Hell yeah. There we go. Is nobody? Yeah, okay, somebody was going after it. No, I'm not gonna. Goodbye. Good night. We did it. Thanks. I think everybody's pretty much leaving. There you go. Oh, I got a commendation. Here you go. Oh there, Dello. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of the Baldacian colleagues, the crystal tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that would have been Baldacian, not Archeron. He was the hero of the Allegan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allegan Empire. It is, of course, all All knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Hell, resurrected and augmented through the elegant, extraordinary technology. Extraordinary. Chief, you need to see this. Ooh. Well, there it is. Foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, friend. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we would be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Cognac's Find for the present, and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. I kind of wonder if I can go to it now. It does look like it's unlocked. Awesome. Oh, I guess I do have to go to... Can't go to the building just yet. So good of you to join us, Cadella. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you're ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time the assembly was called to order. Ambrose will be proceeding over the meeting, if you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Welcome back to Devil. I've just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none of the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Garaha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. There goes Uru. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses, before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Dedawo's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most empathetically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by elegant technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by a chaotic shifting of Earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. Task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration to the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief, we founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure that it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold to mine own eyes, I must need hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Gaha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Demo. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Algan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Oh boy. Such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance we place on adventurers, friend. So, this is the legacy the Algan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source awaiting at the top of the tower is a match for even the ultimate weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. I think I know who it is. Yeah? Yep. I believed the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem that they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say there's nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 Sentials stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Psyker's Tower, the Alagans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are? Hello, who are you? Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Une, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Allegan civilization, sent by the students of Baldacian to assist in your endeavor. Une and Doga? Rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. Moreover, in light of the recent incident in the Isle of Val, I should think that they have rather more pressing concerns. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, Graha? 'Tis nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Allegan eye as well. The sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Allegans, yet I inherited it from my father as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there's aught you know, I implore you tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Alleg. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though may it sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have not to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet, know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldacian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Une and Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Cypress Tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Tadeo, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 Centials. The 2 of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Tadeo, with Inoue and Doga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack of setting events in motion. I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. Alright. Before I get too sucked into this, I want to do story. Can I do story? Oh my god, how does that fit in there? Still? Wow, okay, that's kind of a bummer. I guess I gotta do Cypress Tower. It looked fine on the map. I'm a little annoyed that this is required now, because it wasn't before. It's been a long time. Oh, okay. Into the map. Oh, cool. I can see the stuff happening over there behind the gate. I didn't realize it was going to be the case. Very big. And lunch. Well, if it isn't a devil. Eager to enter Cypress Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather, no going, for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you just follow me, I'll take you to him. That's cool. Ah, so old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Une and Daga. They are scholars of ancient Alag, sent here by our friends of Baldacian to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. 'Tis our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your attire is aught to go by, yours should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Cypress Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is we can't get it to open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a magic cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8th Centials, but that doesn't make it any less effective a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it, a man and a woman respected, Allegan royalty by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. If you're thinking to force it save your strength, it's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hand. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? Must have to do with the elegant eyes they have. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Seven hells. What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero, you're still alive? Garland, if you didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. Or if I didn't know better. But I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is, for all intents and purposes, defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald, and so I have been roaming this land, Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you committed, you think us that gullible. If you are suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts, but I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was a symbol of ancient Alleg's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that those two are descended from Allegan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plainly, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of Allegan ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? Interesting. 'Twould seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wished to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Centios. There is much and more to tell. Very well. Queens of Wood. Seven hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland, you know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps. An elegant tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealous It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it is yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. If you are ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader, Bambrose, may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldacian. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through Allegan technology. This is rather a lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your questions requires that we revisit Allegan history. Pray bear with us. The Allegan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of Allegan pride. Parents took their children there that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Allegan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its former lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Alleg to greatness. Amon was his name, and he believed the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Zend. None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment, copies of Zene and Doga. Historical texts mention the reigns of two Allegan emperors named Zan. It was commonly believed that the second was a namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike, to think that the two were in fact one and the same. Aye, Zan returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more, and true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Allegan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Zand turned his sights towards a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness the power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness? Again? Seven hells. What is with this megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust of power? Well, at least this one will be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Zand is very much alive. Within Cypress Tower, he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamund was created and launched into the heavens, on high at Hoggle, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence. the calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allagan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Ammon, now Emperor Zan's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalamand was summoned back to the earth. Its descent triggered the Seventh Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Zan awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. "'Tis for no other purpose but to put an end to Zan's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the Chuane and Dava." Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fail. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action, concluding that we alone could not overcome Zan. We struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Dewa, we are confident that we can end Zan's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my charging aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Valdacian, among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what will we do, Dewa? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens that you're an expert at saving it. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allagan Empire's dark past laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allagan civilization, but what worth is the knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the Tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Zune and Doga, living, breathing Allagans. And so I hereby declare a change of Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Cypress Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Dewa, as you did for us within the Labyrinth of Ancients, I would have you enter this structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Zan himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Cypress Tower from the outside world. To work, then. Wait, there's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited that trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You've no cause for concern. The Allagan Eye, you called it, but to us it is the Royal Eye, owning to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. Neat. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. My apologies if I have given you cause to worry. I am quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Cypress Tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Zand himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Here we go! Checking in with my free company to see if they're still busy. Too far away. Do I have to go all the way to the other side? I guess so. I don't think there's enough people queuing that it shouldn't take too long. It wasn't super long the last time, so that's good. Heck yeah. No winners, man on 5 DPS and 3 healers. We're almost there. Oh, I wonder where that person went. They're done with their cutscene, at least. Oh, they're over there. Wait, is that the same person? No, that's a different person. Uzumaki was the name of the first one. I guess I could take a second. Okay, don't your arrow repose. Medica Asuna Swift Cast Raid. Medica 2, Cure 2, Cure 3, Regan. Fluid Aura, Thin Air. Lucid Dreaming, Presence of Mind. Oops. Alright. What we got here? Surecast. Holy Benediction Rescue. Asylum. Afraid of Solace. Tetragrammaton. And Asylum. I can't remember what these do. I'm sure I unlocked those from doing Palace of the Dead though, so that's why they're there, but I can't use them. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Oh, I should have fixed the HUD. Oh well. I love Peloton. Shit, I don't know what to do with this orb. I meant to use your cast on them. just realized we're fighting the clones. Oh, sick. Neat. Oh. Party's over here. That guy looks kind of freaky. I just realized that was a mon. I don't know what this ball does. Oh, okay. I guess I found out. Oh, some people are flags now. I think those are people? I mean, yeah, those are people. I don't think I can assume that. Nope. Okay. You fight valiant immortals, but to no avail. Absolute darkness draws nigh. Soon it will be unleashed, and all shall return. Oh, I didn't get that last bit. All shall return to nothing, looks like. Dude, fucking huge. Oh, shit. Well, at least I got to pick them up. Hell yeah. We almost got him. Hell yeah. And I leveled it. I think it's circus. Life is a circus. Circus tower. Whoops. Nice. Complete. What's the minion? The wind up onion. Onion knight. I only rolled a 31 though. Not great. Nobody looted. I don't know the time. I don't want to leave and give up on those items. So that was fun. And now Circus Tower is done. Maybe I can actually get to main story quests. That'd be nice. I didn't have anything on this look. That's okay. Ooh. The Darrow. Oh, did they not see that? Was it just me? You did it. You defeated Emperor Zand. Empires may rise and fall, but man's indefatigable spirit ever lives on. Truly, you are the champion we had hoped for, Daredevil. With Emperor Zand now in eternal rest, his dark legacy may be undone. Oh, no, there is the lift there. What are you doing? What are you playing it now, Nora? In case you haven't noticed, Garland, these are dangerous surrounds. Can a man be faulted for exercising due caution? At any rate, you needn't mind me. I am perfectly capable of looking after myself. Go on and finish what you came to do. There are two ways that we may seal off Circus Tower. Either isolate it from the outside world, or cripple its ability to produce energy. The choice of method is yours to make. Before you proceed, however, Toga and I must needs attend to a task. That distortion, what is it? The power that Zand sought to obtain comes from the void, the world of darkness, our people called it. and the true nature of that power was none other than the armies of Voidsent. The Voidsent feed on Aether, as you may already know, and no plane is richer in it than ours. In exchange for their allegiance, Zand entered into an unholy covenant. He would open a gate through which the Voidsent could freely enter our world. The covenant, I'm afraid to say, is still in effect. However, being of the Emperor's lineage, Une and I believe we can annul it. By his blood, Zand sealed his dark pact. By our blood it shall be undone. It is time. Yes, Doga, finally, we may fulfill our purpose. What was that? I was just laughing. That's good. It will be still my beating heart. For a moment I feared that this outing would end in disappointment, but my readings were not mistaken. Not even the Ultima weapon compares to this. What are you going on about? The covenant is everlasting. Oh shit. Oh, whoa. No clones of theirs? Shit. And so, Mercadia is brought into the fold. Soon all the world shall be united under Allegan rule. And yet, with every dream that becomes reality, the memory of death grows even more vivid, an endless void, breadth of light and warmth. Though I may have defeated death, it did not leave me unscathed. Nay, its ravening claws have scarred my soul for eternity. Never shall I know peace. Beings without will, you cannot fathom my rage, my melancholy, my fear. What worth is wealth and power when all must inevitably be consigned to nothingness? If man has nothing, he need not know the pain of loss. So let there be nothing. Harvest more power, that the gate may be thrown full open. Let the cloud of darkness come and engulf the world, devouring all life, hopes, and dreams. Let all be reunited, or be returned to nothingness. Did he take care of all of them while he was having that vision? Dewa, pull yourself together. Is there no end to them? What in the seven hells is happening? Ah, not now, damn it. Oh shit, dude. Of course he's got a gunblade. Nero, were they a part of your grand plan too? Save your japes, Garland. I didn't put up with your arrogant face to play with worthless clones. Something controls them, a Voidsent, and no ordinary one that. Doga. Oh shit! Bye! Oh shit, it's going for her too. Confound it, without them there's no way to master the darkness. The power is mine. Oh shit, me too, huh? Bye! Nero! Like, the covenant shall be honored. I am the cloud of darkness. I shall devour your light and return this world to the void. Bye! Damn it, the rift is gone. What are we supposed to do now? As much as it pains me to leave without them, there's precious little we can do. Let us return to the find and consult Rambros. Oof, that. Seems like my choker just dumps me. Bye! Oh, not feeling it, copy. All this happened within the tower? Gods preserve. The rift that manifested before the throne was a void gate. Of this I am so certain. There exist myriad kinds of void scent. The most powerful the being, or the more powerful the being, the larger the gate must be for it to pass through. 'Twould seem that Zan sought to open a gate of unprecedented proportions, one that would allow this cloud of darkness entry into our world. Fortunately for all mankind, he did not succeed. I shudder to imagine what this void scent is capable of. However dreadful it may be, we cannot abandon our friends. Is there no way to save them? I will not lie to you, Master Garland, the situation is bleak. Though void scent can enter our world, instances of men entering the void have never been documented. It pains me to give voice to my fears, but we do not even know whether our friends still live. Damn it, I feel so helpless. No, I refuse to give up. We must save Doga and Renee. We share the same eye, 'tis true, but that is not what motivates me. Above all, I wish to help them to fulfill their mission, a mission whose burden they have borne for thousands of years, and besides, we cannot leave matters as they are. So long as Zan's dark covenant is binding, our world is in danger. 'Tis our duty to prevent the worst from coming to pass. Graha, ever since meeting Renee and Daga, you have not quite been yourself. Tell me true, is all well with your eye? I honestly cannot say. I know only that there is a memory that I must recall. As a child, my father told me that the truth of our eyes eye rests with Alec. The answer eludes me still, but one day I will find it. I am with Graha. However slim the odds, we must try to save Ine and Daga. Aye, and that bastard Nero as well, if only to make certain that he won't make any more mischief. You have the right of it. Though we have known them but briefly, Doga and Ine are our comrades. We cannot fail them. I shall consult experts in literature both. I swear to leave no stone unturned. Yet know that it may be a while before we are ready to act. I would ask that you all be patient. When dealing with the void, one cannot be cautious enough. My thanks again for your assistance. Pray rest now while you can, for when the time comes to go after our friends, you must be at no less than full strength. We'll save them yet, the devil. Mark my words. Yay! Ah, Dedewell, it is good you are come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Ine, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the dark realm. Think back upon our last foray in the circus tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zand. But you, Dedewell, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible void set known as the Cloud of Darkness. Even as Doga and Ine labored to annul this contract, the entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them and Nero out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Ine, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zand's orders and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Ine and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those with the royal blood of Alec. 'Tis a most galling design. Granted, this was not always so vexatious, or vexish, according to Allegan tombstone Nero presented us. During the golden age of Alec, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Ammon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art or any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zand's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the latter would suffice. But then, what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, the power would discharge and cause a calamity like to the one that destroyed Alec. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament: rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this could be to our benefit. We can use Circus's power for our own purposes and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturge's Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters. With Master Garland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, here comes the man himself. Dedewell, just the woman we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavors? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Circus Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the ironworks has got. But it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides. And do hurry to Dewell. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Well, Sid certainly did seem to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Oh boy. Oh. Okay. Get him. Your tiny feet can only go so fast. Demo, I bet you're here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, right? We're almost ready. Circus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling's off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. The chief's there overseeing the full operation. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. Is there something amiss, Graha? Ah, Emperor Zan's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Aleg's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Allegan civilization had lived on, and a just emperor sat on that throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there's no stopping Zand at his ambition. There were those who tried. Zan's war of dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon the people, warriors young and brave took upon the sword against Aleg. Those men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved towards Aleg's heart for the kill, Zand lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Zand desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Dalamon to be emptied into Circus Tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Circus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it stood. The fourth umbral calamity. I'd learned of its cause from Nayandaga. I had no idea the rebellion incited Zan to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Allegan history is astounding, Graha. Why, a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap. 'Tis strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes? Ah, Biggs. Are you ready? Ready and raring to open up that void gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of Argus. So give us the word, and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good, then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone, step away from the throne. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs. Ooh. Did it. Nice. Ah, a rift into the world of darkness, as May called it. Splendid work, Master Marine. We can't break out the mead just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the dark realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the void gate stays open. As will the sons of St. Clanak, the rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves the Dewo, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must task you with. There are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of the world now rests upon your shoulders. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you've passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. Might I have a moment of your time, Dedemo? There is a matter of import that needs discussed ere you leave. And actually, before I get too much further, I think I am going to stop there. It's been a couple hours now. I think that's pretty good.